He's in the webcam. Alright. Betty, break even. Oh? I don't give a damn, I don't get no fuck. Need a helping hand. Alright, we're doing some tutorials here. Learn about this new multiplayer networking business.
Is the lobby package from your project. This is how all of the logic gets executed. In a try-catch block, let's start. We want to execute some methods so we can do our initial setup. In a try-catch block, let's start by initializing UGS SDKs. Then all I need to do is authenticate this player. I'm going to sign in anonymous.
Okay, well, let's get that started. So, am I in the right zone? Yeah. Oh, it says async. Not really familiar with that. This would be one of those things I would ask ChatGPT to tell me about. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a little... Never give a damn, I ain't never get no fuck. I think this one, okay. In Unity, what does the async before void in a function do? Can you explain that to me concisely? I don't want to. In a haiku, I like a haiku. I never give a damn. Allows, don't give me examples. Allows await calls inside the function, letting it pause execute while waiting for the task to complete. Does not return a value, unlike async task. Async task returns asynchronously, but it cannot be awaited from other functions, making error handling tricky. Okay, so it just allows the function to pause and wait for a call to get a call back. Am I right? Delay. Okay, yeah. Without freezing the game. Ain't never give no. No. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the explanation. Now we're going to put a try block in here, which means it's going to try it. First thing it's going to do is await this service. It's going to initialize this async. Is there a
lazy case? In a try-catch block, let's start by initializing the UGS SDK. Then all you need to do is authenticate this.
Yes, in Visual Studio you can quickly add a summary comment above. Oh. I'm sure there's AI coding in this. I could have IntelliCode auto comments. Aha. I see what you mean. Does not have built in, but there are a few ways we've done it. Okay. No, I don't think I would like that. The whole point is that I understand the codes. I was just curious why it appeared.
Player,
don't need to put that it's initializing. I don't need the code to tell me exactly what that says, I think. Okay, this was authentication service. And then this also instance. Oh, I did the instance, yeah. And then sign in anonymously, asynchronously.
Sign in anonymously, but you can authenticate against some third-party service or even a service that you've created. If we're successful, then our authentication service will have assigned a player ID. If we're
Okay, he must have just pre-written these, maybe. That would make more sense. Okay, so let's see. Whew. I got called unhinged this week. That was cool. For standing up for people's rights. And explaining why someone might not want to be your friend. If you're super excited about their rights getting taken away. But you might have the prospects of cheaper eggs or something dumb. You don't actually have even a reason why you would trade that. People's liberties.
unsuccessful, let's just log out whatever exceptions are thrown. Once the
Okay, so then he's just got a catch here to catch any of the exceptions that are thrown, which I never use these things because I just let shit go. Just, you know, keep it loose. And I can't spell exceptions, so I just never put them in. Okay. Oh,
player is authenticated, we can either create or we can join existing sessions. So let's suppose that we want to create a new session and be the host of our game. Inside of this async method, we can create a new thing to create, or we can join existing sessions. So let's
Oh, he minimized. I was like, what?
suppose that we want to create a new session and be the host of our game. Inside of this async method, we want to create a new session and be the host of our game.
Again, he's just like he just pastes, so it like it boggles my brains. He just goes slam, and it just appears a whole line of code, so I don't even recognize the change because it doesn't come.
Inside of this async method, we can create a new session options object. Here you can specify all kinds of things like your max players that we would have used in the lobby before, and other things like is blocked or is private. You can also send in unique information about this player. I'm going to create a separate method for this. This is going to return a generic task where it passes back a dictionary of keys to player properties. Now, I've already imported Unitask into this project, so I'm going to use that instead, but using a regular task is just fine.
This guy uses a lot of like stuff. Classic. I've never used a task. OVR task?
Inside of this method, we can put together all kinds of key value properties that are unique about this particular player. So, for example, we could use the authentication service to get their player name. Then we could
this guy show the top of his code and then when he started this?
We can either create or we can join.
Positha. System, collection generic. Oh, there it is. Using Sci-Sharp threading. Did I maybe do a uni task? No. No. It's clearly from this Sci-Sharp threading tasks. So, and what the fuck is uni? Is it? I gotta ask old Chibbity. Yeah, I know what they are. I meant, like, how do you... System threading, there it is, tasks. He's using something else. Yippee-yi. Yo. Hippity-yi-yay.
I love using extension methods for keep.
Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yo. Alright. Going big. Going big. So I can see all these little pigs.
Joining system sessions. So let's suppose that we want to create a new session and be the host of our game. Inside of this async method, we can create a new session options object. Here you can specify all kinds of things like your max players that we would have used in the lobby before, and other things like is locked or is private. You can also send in unique information about this player. I'm going to create a separate method for this. This is going to return a generic task where it passes back a dictionary of key player properties. Now, I've already imported Unitask into this project, so I'm going to use that instead, but using a regular task is just fine. Inside of this
Async task, we get a dictionary. Oh! We get a dictionary of string player property pairs. Okay, so you can look up player property pairs by their string ID. Let's see if it tells you that when you hover over it. Yeah, the key value pair. Okay, and that's the get player properties. What is this saying? This async method await operation will return asynchronously. Okay. Normal code returns values.
This method, we can put together all kinds of key value properties.
Custom game specific properties.
About this particular player. So for
we're gonna put that. custom game specific properties that apply to an individual player, i.e. name, role, skill, gender. Doesn't say that. Winky face.
For example, we could use the authentication service to get their player name. Then we can create a player property with the value of the name and its visibility. Visibility can mean public or session members only. So here,
These are good examples. Okay, so he awaits when he runs this thing. It's going to do this authentication service. It's going to take the player name, and it's going to pass that, and it is, what does this other portion of this Billy Bopper do? Does not say, so let's see. Visibility, property options, dot member. I did that wrong. This isn't belong on this one. That's what's up though. This is authentication service. Instance. Get player name async. There we go. Var player name property equals new blah 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 blah. No, that's not even right. How did I fuck that up? Oh, what new player property? Okay, it gets the player name after it goes and authenticates. Then it comes back and it's gonna pop that in that player name property hole right there. Pop it pop pop. Visibility property option.
here this property will only be visible to session members. You could also make it public or you can make it private. Then let's return a new dictionary that returns a key value pair of this property. And of course we could add more unique properties as necessary. Let's come up here and make a public key constant. Then down in our start session as host method, we can await this method.
Pause. It wrote all that when I hit tab. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just looking at what he had. What's he got here? Why is this in double titty brackets like this? Return in addition. I don't like this. Why? Oh. Player name property key isn't a thing, mister. Return a new dictionary. It is a string and a player property. It's got two little things, which is well beyond me. Player name property key. Why doesn't it work for me? It doesn't exist. Oh, because I didn't put it up at the top. When did he slide that in there, you slide dog? Look at this. All out of order. Player name property key. Yeah, oh, I had it. equals player name.
Method and store the properties into a variable.
Gotta be quick with this guy. He's just making shit appear. Woo!
Then we can assign that to the player properties of our session object.
Okay, let's make some of these. Max players is 4, 2.
The final step here for our session options is to decide the kind of peer-to-peer networking we want. Here I'm going to say with Relay Network, but Unity has another exciting option called Distributed Authority. Relay centralizes the simulation and decision making to one participant, and usually we call that person the host. Distributed Authority, on the other hand,
We'll put that in just so we can. Or with distributed authority network. That's not something we like. We don't like distributed authority. Uh-oh, why are my ears ringing?
and shifts the simulation workloads between all the participants. This improves performance, and it also means that if the host was to leave the game doesn't necessarily have to end. This is a bigger topic, and we're going to get into it next week, so hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss that video. Now let's make our first call into the Multiplayer Services API. We've got everything ready. All we have to do is call into multiplayer service.instance.create session async. Pass in the options, and we're going to store our active session into the property that we created earlier. Now our active session has a lot of different properties, and two of them are the ID of the session and the join code. Let's up. Put both of those to the console. Now, believe it or not, that's all you have to do. There's no more messing around with creating lobbies and creating a relay. Of course, those objects are still available to you if you need something extremely custom, but for most people, you'll be able to just do this and you're up and running with a new session. This functionality here is doing exactly what that little widget did with the create button. So you can use code like this to present a little UI to your player to let them get started with a new game. So let's make a little bit of room and we can explore the rest of this API. You might be surprised to know that most of the functions coming up are one-liners. For example, in the create button. So you can use code like is doing exactly what that little widget did with the create button. So you can use code like this to present a little UI to your player to let them get started with a new game. So let's make a little bit of room and we can explore the rest of this API. You might be surprised to know that most of the functions coming up are one-liners. For example, if we want to join the session by ID, you just have to pass in the ID and call join session by ID async, set that into our active session, and all done. If we know that the session code, we can do something extremely similar. Here are a new player might enter the code. All we have to do is call join session by.
I want to know more about this Unicode, I guess. Put this one at the beginning. Or unitask, blah blah blah. Yep. Glow, hit me up. Did that work? Alright, let's change the show versus unit. Oh, now I gotta insert. What was it? Say. Peekaboo. Getting started. Peekaboo. Did it not work? Is it not? Guess we hit update. Peekaboo. It took a minute last time too, maybe. Let's see. Maybe I gotta like. Save. Let it yeah, running backends. Up and backends. Using site. Oh no. Why isn't it showing up? right there. Well, gee whiz, I don't know, man. Peekaboo. Size sharp threading tasks right there. That's what I want. What the heck? ChatGPT says that sometimes Visual Studio just needs a restart. That's all there is to it. Alrighty, Spidey. Let's see where we're at with old. Which one is it? This one? Okay, and then basically, now that that's like that, we can do this unitask for this one. And this one is unitask void. We don't know what that means. We'll ask chat. Can you briefly explain the difference between unitask and unitask void uses? Let me know. Okay, let me write this other shit out while it's yapping.
Code async separate.
You're still on watch, Buster. Okay, we're at joined here. Now we do this one. Unitask void where prohibited. Join session by code string session code server. Cool. We'll make some weird URI to run this in VR. Boop, boop, boop. Bring up bullshit. Join session by code. Now this one is going to say active session await multiplayer. Player service instantiate. Join session by code async. Yes, and then session code. Ooh. Really goofed it. Why did that mess it up? Why did this turn that white? Why is this all white? Why aren't you blue? My colors are all backwards from the skies. Nice slapping in these debuggies. I'm just gonna copy this one because we ain't no fool. It's the same one. Same. Is he talking? Oh, I muted him.
Player ID.
Okay, now this next one is async uni unitask void kick player string player ID.
You have a guard clause to make sure that only the host can do this. Then using our stored active step.
writing all this stuff out, but I'm not 100% on what this next one is actually for. Use the iList too. I'd love for you to explain session info, query sessions, yes.
But you can use this to specify filter options or how you want them sorted, and then call into the query session async method and get back some.
The results, we wait for the multi. Here we go.
Query session results. The results has a property called sessions, which is actually an iList of type iSessionInfo, just like our active stuff. Now, let's collapse these up and give ourselves just a little bit more room.
More room.
One more method for leaving a session. So, here, first let's make sure that our active session isn't null. If it's not null, let's create a try catch.
Boyd. Unit task Boyd. If active session does not equal null, then oh no, then we're gonna do a try.
Side of our try, we're just going to call the active session leave async method. Our catch doesn't actually have to do anything because we're leaving the game. So let's try the finally block.
Probably just hitting the semicolon might finish that. Catch. Apparently ignore. Ooh, brother. Ignore.
Okay. No matter what, let's set the active session to be null.
And finally, I didn't know you could write that. Finally. Oh, I have too many L's. Thought I was being finally trolled. Active session equals null.
Now, at this point, you're probably starting to notice that the active session has quite a lot of power to it. On top of what we've seen already, it also has a lot of events. Let's take a look.
Bruh, you can't just be popping things. Look at this guy just. What the fucking animal?
So just really briefly, you can see here right away there's about 10 events that you can hook into. These will fire whenever, for example, a player is leaving the game or has finished leaving the game, anytime any of the properties change, and so on. So if we come back to our
Very cool interfaces.
Here, for example, we might want to have a method where we're registering for all the session events. Maybe when a session register, or maybe more appropriately, deregister from any of the events that we've subscribed to. We can make sure that we register for the events as soon as we have an active session.
Okay, so he's basically just doing examples. Unregister. Ooh! Throw some examples in here. We got active sesh dot changed plus equals on session changed, which doesn't exist. Deregistoire.
And then whenever we're leaving a session, we can unsubscribe. But for now, since I haven't actually written any event handling methods, we can just remove this for now.
Bop!
I suppose I'd be a little bit remiss if I didn't actually show you that this works. Let's open up the start method again. We can initialize UTS. We can sign in.
Wait, why wouldn't you just run it? It would just run an empty function. It's worth it. We don't need those sort of examples.
Anonymously, and then right away, why don't we start a session as the host?
Qua.
And then again, but remiss if I didn't actually show you that this works. Let's open up the start method again. We can initialize UTS. We can sign in anonymously, and then right away, why don't we start a session as the host? I've created a new theme object here called Session Manager, and I've added the Session Manager script to it. I've also disabled the widget because we don't need it anymore. I'm gonna right away, why don't we start a session as the host?
Start new session as host, you say? Okie dokie.
I've created a new theme object here called Session Manager, and I've added the Session Manager script to it. I've also disabled the widget because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to leave our Multiplayer Sessions tab open and press play. At this point, we'll start to see a lot of output coming into the console as it does all those tasks in the start method. And once we're finally in, we see our debug message, tells us our session ID, as well as our join code. If we come up to our Multiplayer Sessions tab, you're going to see all the information about this session and all of the players that are involved in the session. This even includes all the player properties. So we've covered most of the foundational elements of the Multiplayer Sessions package. Next week, we're going to go into more detail about distributed authority and a few more intermediate advanced topics. Of course, there's a lot more to it than this, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss next week's episode. If you don't want to wait till next week for more multiplayer content, I'm going to put two things in the description of this video. The first one
so that I can take a look at how to make my shit rotate. Did it finish? Wait, what? Oh. I'm not hungry, but this is taking so long, I feel like I should make a sandwich. Okay, bye. Wonder if I should turn it off. That doesn't matter. Somebody might miss all the stuff I'm doing.